Ah, excuse me. Need some more liquor. See if we can get some conversation going on. What everybody doing? What everybody doing? Cheers and happy post Thanksgiving to everybody. Getting them leftovers in. What up, NYG31? What's going on, my dude? It's almost that time, man. I thought that um having off, work Thursday and Friday leading into I went to work today for a little bit, but I thought leading into the weekend and having Thursday and Friday off would make everything quicker. It's been forever. I enjoyed the football games on Thanksgiving. Definitely enjoyed, a little bit, even though it was weird watching the Cowboys beat the Redskins because we needed that. But yeah, it's still been it's been taking a while, man. And tomorrow I'm gonna wake up excited to sit here and watch some football. Nah, I didn't see you live. You came out with a live stream when? When did you come out with the live stream? You said the other day. Was it yesterday? What's the name? Bad Dog and them got a live stream. I think it's gonna be on his channel tonight at 10:30. Make sure you tune in for that. Bad Dog is gonna be with Philly 500 tonight at 10:30 on Bad Dog's channel. Sunday, I'll go check it out. But man, I came out with the one video, talking a little bit of hate about the Eagles. Not really no hate, just realizing what situation we in right now. Everybody's counted us out. Everybody's counted us out, and they got reason to do so. I watched the games on Thanksgiving, and the Cowboys was about to beat the Redskins, and the commentators were talking about how they were talking about the rest of the schedules for the NFC East teams. They was like NFC East, the rest of their schedules, and they put the Cowboys up there, the Redskins, and the Eagles. They didn't even put the Giants on the screen. So when you go from 1-7 to what we are talking about here, we're talking about making history. We're talking about making history. This just ain't no regular, or we go come out and we go win 8 straight, because the NFC East is so bad right now. Whether you want to look at personnel, coaches, or just record wise, look at it, simply by record. In the NFC period, there's quite a few bubble teams, the teams that's in the hunt. With a win this Sunday against Philadelphia Eagles, we are in that conversation in the hunt as a team that's then went from 1-7 to all of a sudden 3-7. I said this moment is crucial right now. This moment is oh so crucial because we just cannot, for some reason, get past the Philadelphia Eagles easily on no occasions, whether it's Sunday, Monday night football when we play them, whether it's an early game, whether it's a late game. 61-yard field goals, being pretty much shafted by the refs in other games where we thought we should get pass interference calls with Sterling Shepard and shit like that was crucial in the game. We had opportunities to beat them. We need to find a way this Sunday to start out fast, man, and jump on them while they down. Jump on them while they down. They still got their playmakers out there. This is still a very dangerous game for the New York Giants. And it's really the first real test. It's the first real test for us. Seeing the last 2 teams we played, the Bucks and the San Francisco 49ers, everybody's going to talk about how, they are not great teams. San Francisco wasn't a great team, but neither were we supposed to be a great team either. What's going on, Cruzon? Hot Sexy Popcorn. Nice name, nice handle. But we weren't a good team either, so to speak. Since the beginning of the season, like I said, us as New York Giants fans, we realized early in this season, anyways, that we had a lot of work to do within this organization and just getting things right. And I think now that we've actually went through that adversity, and we where the Eagles are right now, and they haven't been here since before last year when they came in last place. They started out hot that year, but they came in last place at the end of the season. The Eagles right now are at where we have been already, and where we've come out of, the energy, the confidence, everything that you do for your brother next to you out there on the football field, is showing up now for the New York Giants. We're not, making silly mistakes and putting ourselves out of games. I seen one beat writer actually. I was one that said earlier this week. You guys know that I said earlier this week that the Giants are going to need to create some turnovers. We're going to need to create some turnovers. It's been great that we play mistake-free football, but that's the way I expect for us to come out and play. No team comes out and purposely wants to turn the ball over and just flip field position and your chances of winning, whether it's early or late. We come out and we play mistake-free football. That always gives us a chance in football games. That gives us the ultimate chance to be in the game in the fourth quarter if we're not blowing them out. We haven't been making mistakes. It's been mano a mano, one team versus another. You make plays. You deserve to get in the end zone. You make plays going all the way down the field, but we're not going to make stupid and silly mistakes. We've been playing that type of football, the last 2 weeks. If we do that this week, that's fine. We're going to be in the game, but I don't think it's going to get us over the top unless we're able to get some turnovers. And I would like for those turnovers to be early, like we gave it to them last game, because last game we gave them, interception on the second play of the game with Eli. And that completely devastated us coming out and just going forward in that game. And they were so relaxed and just upbeat, and they were looking like, it's the same old Giants, And we can't do that this game. Eli's legacy is going to be on display this Sunday. It hasn't been, I've been impressed with the San Francisco 49ers win. I was impressed with how we looked offensively, in some parts defensively in the last game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But we have looked our worst against the NFC East teams this season. And what better way to come out and play like you're supposed to play and look like, everybody in this fan base has been expecting for us to look against the team who has dominated us the most out of all the teams in the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles. And we get this win right here, and it's going to do a whole lot going forward. It's going to do a whole lot going forward. One thing I'd like to speak about also is OBJ's leadership. I don't want Eli for another season. I don't think there's much that Eli can do, even if we win out these games and we go to the playoffs. I'm not going to say we're going to just blatantly cut him, and that's the only decision that we have in regards to Eli going forward. If he shows enough, and this game right here is very important for that as well, and the games down the stretch into this grind part of the season right here, where we're going to have to play the Redskins again, and we're going to have to play the Cowboys. Pretty much, if Eli can perform down this stretch, and like I said, we got those NFC East teams, and he performed against the NFC East, because that's what really matters the most at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's not about you coming out and playing well against the Texans. It's not about you coming out and playing good against the Colts when we play them, if we play them, or if he plays good against the Bears. It's about how you look within your division. And if your division teams, if we go another 3 games versus our division teams, the Eagles, Cowboys, and Redskins, to end this season, and we look like we did the first 3 games against the Cowboys, Redskins, and Eagles, It's going to be unacceptable. I don't care what Eli does against the Colts. I don't care what he does against any other team that we play down the stretch that's not an NFC East foe. This is very important for Eli's legacy right here. This is very important. And this is the team who has pretty much kind of dominated Eli throughout his career. The Eagles, no doubt, have been a pain in all Giants, asses. We always, it's like, even when we do show up to play them and we play, pretty good football, and it looks like, the Giants will maybe go come away with the win. I mean, it just turns into a nightmare. It seems like every time it turns into a nightmare. It's been going like that for so long. It's like longer than I can fucking remember with us having. I know we got a win out of them, Carson Wentz rookie year, and we ended up splitting with them. But, I mean, the point of us going out there and playing against them and getting the win this Sunday is all in the mind. It's a mindset. Yeah, you go see Banter. You go see Dumpster Juice. History is about to be made. History is about to be made, and don't sleep on the fact that y'all play the Saints next. So, we take care of our business. The Eagles are beatable. The Eagles are beatable. I think with, they still have their playmakers. Alshon Jeffrey is still going to be a problem. They're making comments in regards to Golden Tate and not being able to get him involved in the offense and publicly coming out and saying stuff. Golden Tate is going to end up getting involved in the offense this week, especially. One wide receiver who I never thought I would sit here and say this, but Nelson Aguilar has been fucking killing us. I don't know what he's been doing against everybody else in the league. I don't watch all the Eagles games, but he has been killing the New York Giants after his rookie year and dating back to last year. And I thought Nelson Aguilar was a fucking bum, a fucking busted fucking draft pick. And he's fucking showing up every time he plays the New York Giants. He's having a very good game against us, whether he's getting in the end zone or just, he got lucky last game with a fucking tip pass that was supposed to be a fucking interception. What's going on, the Static? Nothing much, man. Sitting in the house. I said Bad Dog and Philly 500 got a live stream that should be starting around 10:30, I think. 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that, man. That should be good. I just wanted to talk about a couple things before we got kicked off. I definitely won't come out with no video on Sunday on game day. But yeah, the mindset for this Giants team need to be a mindset to where we won't accept losing. We're not going to accept losing tomorrow versus these Eagles. We're going to be treated a certain way when we come in there. Use that as fuel, guys. Use that as fuel, I don't want to, just because their secondary is banged up, I don't want this to turn into Eli trying to tear their secondary up. Keep it like we've had it the last two games and give them a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley, because the last 2 weeks, they ain't been able to stop nobody from running. They ain't been able to stop nobody from running, and it would be wise for us to continue that with the amount of talent, that we got back there with Saquon Barkley. And it's going to be limitless to, Saquon Barkley had 100-something yards against them last time rushing and almost 100 yards receiving against them. It's going to be some things that's going to be exposed. The one thing that does bother me or worries me about the Eagles are, the trickery that they use on offense. I don't know if I want to be the type of defense to keep heavy pressure up the middle on Carson Wentz, because I don't think that's smart to do. I think Carson Wentz is the type of quarterback that when he gets the pressure up the middle, he's the type of quarterback that becomes even more dangerous when he gets outside of the pocket. I don't know if I want to be the type of defense that wants to, play zone versus these guys, because then we're going to have a problem, I think, with their running game. And their running game did, even though that it was Wendell Smallwood and fucking Corey Clement, they still ran the ball on us last time we played them. They ran the ball down our throats last game against us, man. So we're going to have to do something about this run defense. If we can't stop anybody from running the ball, Peyton Barber and certain little bullshit like that, you can pretty much shut down winning the rest of these games. You can pretty much shut all that down. We're going to run into some type of trouble with somebody. You can't stop somebody's running game. Football just doesn't work like that. Shit. Yeah. I mean, I want this game bad, man. Giants fans want this game bad. This not saying we back still. It's a lot of things that's gonna have to happen, There's gonna be a whole lot of, from right now until the end of the season. There's gonna be a lot of scoreboard watching for New York Giants fans. And fans all around. There's gonna be a lot of scoreboard watching, man. And it's an exciting time right now. I'm just really happy and humble to even be in the conversation. We had two sorry teams that we played that were worse than us. That was right on time. And they wouldn't have been on time if everybody else was handling their business. But everybody else is having, yeah. Philly is nervous. I would be nervous too. But see, that mindset, Philly fans and I hope their team is the same way in the locker room. It's just the Giants. It's the Giants. Oh, we've got the Giants this week. It's a win. And why wouldn't they think that way? Maybe all the wins and the psyche from them actually dominating us for so long, and we just get to this moment right now. Because really, I mean, let's just be honest. Whether it was the first game we played against them or it's a future game later on in the playoffs this year, if both teams make it, or if it's next year, what really matters is this game right here. That's what really matters. And who's to say that all the winning that they've done over the time that they've just been absolutely embarrassing us during Eli's career, is like maybe it backfires this game right here, and we actually muster up, enough attitude and fight and will to sit there and stand up to them and stop getting fucking bullied out there, man. We should win the game, Banter, but I don't even know if I'm confident to even sit there and say that. I mean, these guys are still the defending, Super Bowl champs, and that's something to be said. They're not counted out just yet. Yeah, they're hurt, but we all know that's what champions do. Champions find a way to win. And I'm not gonna sit there and see or sit there and say I would, absolutely say that we should win the game. The Eagles are banged up in a lot of places on defense, but I think, they've got a lot of playmakers on offense too. And if we can't stop them from going down the field and scoring all day, it's not going to be a good game for us. It's not going to be a good game, man. I think our linebackers, our Giants linebackers in the second level, we're going to have to get off of blocks. We got to get off of blocks, man. We haven't been able to. That's a lot of the problem with why we haven't been able to get sacks like that. It's like we rush the quarterback, we get pressure on some quarterbacks, but we're not able to actually just come away with these sacks. And it looks so much better on these other teams. I seen the Saints, on Thanksgiving, they was just getting after it, getting nasty against Matty Ice. We can't do that for some reason. We just don't have the playmakers. What up, Desert Eagle 90? What's going on, my dude? I didn't even see you in here, man. Barwin, I don't know. When Connor Barwin came over to us, we got him in free agency. I knew he wasn't the same Connor Barwin from the Philadelphia Eagles, 5 years ago or whatever, and he wasn't the same Connor Barwin from the Rams. In this scheme, in this defense, he was supposed to be someone who already had, experience at his position. And he was a quality veteran signing, kind of like a real good safe pickup. What I've seen from Connor Barwin this year has been he's been spotty. He's been good in some cases in certain games, and he really hasn't made an impact in a lot of other games. The game we had against Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week, we had a fourth down that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went for. We had a chance. We stopped them on one fourth down, but I think this was the second fourth down where Fitzpatrick ran the ball into the end zone. And they pretty much snapped the ball. Fitzpatrick ended up running a bootleg to the right-hand side, but he went backwards before he went forward. And everybody pays attention, and they actually see Landon Collins getting his shoulder, into Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick kind of running him over or, it not being a wrap-up tackle and Fitzpatrick going into the end zone. Well, what happened on that play was Barwin missed his gap. Barwin was over there. And the reason why when Fitzpatrick went backwards on that play, the person who was supposed to tackle him before he even got to Landon Collins came clear across the field. It was Connor Barwin. He missed that assignment right there, and he got bottled up in all the blocks that was there. He was trying to get around to get over to Fitzpatrick, but he couldn't even get over to him. I'm still confident in, him being out there. I just don't see him making much of an impact. So, he's just a body out there right now as far as what I can say about Connor Barwin. He hasn't looked the same and nearly had, any type of impact that he's had with the other teams that I've seen him play with. It seems to happen like that when you play with the Giants. You go to the Giants and you don't look like yourself. Shit. You either look real good or you look like garbage. That's exactly what happens. But this 3-4 defense, I'm gonna tell y'all this. We're not really stopping anybody. We're still not very good on third downs. We're not really just, over like dominating any teams on defense and doing a whole lot of great things. We're doing things that's kind of unexpected, like turnovers and stuff like that, and we're making the best out of opportunities. But one thing I have seen with this 3-4 defense that I like and I'm very impressed with is I remember playing the 4-3 last year with Spagnuolo, and it was always situations where maybe we would get our hands on the ball and it'd be a tip pass, and the shit would flutter in the air for a little while, and nobody would even be around it to get the interception. As a fan, when you see the ball in the air and your team on defense, you sitting there just waiting for somebody to come into the screen and be like, "Oh, catch that motherfucker!" Oh, and they hit the ground, and you like, "Damn, I can't believe the ball stayed in the air that long and nobody got their hands on it, wasn't even around it to even see it." In this 3-4 defense, I don't see that. I see that when guys are able to get their hands on the ball, whether it be, the defensive line, or if it's one of the linebackers, and they get their hand on the ball, there's always somebody around to react to that play. Get out of there. Get out my book bag, girl. Badass. But it's always somebody around. Sorry, y'all, I'm sitting there talking to my dog. She's sitting there. Get out. There's no food in there. But it's always somebody around to make a play on the ball. And that's been encouraging, So like I said, Wentz is fully capable of coming out and having a good game against this New York Giants defense. He's not a slouch. He's not a bum. Alshon Jeffrey is not a bum. Golden Tate is not a bum. It's going to depend on the mindset of this Giants defense and this Giants team and what we want to do with this game. We continue in this path to where we talking like we go win the rest of our games. Well, that means we want to control our own destiny at some point in time throughout the last 6 weeks. In this third quarter right here, this third quarter of this season. So far, we 2-0 in this third quarter of the season. That's all we really need to be worried about right now, not the fourth quarter in the last 4 games. Let's worry about these next two games against the Philadelphia Eagles and against the Chicago Bears. We take care of that. I feel in the next 3 weeks, we got an opportunity to actually be playing for first place in the NFC East. No bullshit. If everything goes right. But that's if everybody else, we always look at games and we like, oh, this team should win this game. But don't be surprised if, one of these NFC East teams are hungry, in particular the Cowboys, and they come out and they do some shit to shock somebody. And I don't expect for y'all to win the Saints game. That's for damn sure. I'm giving that to the Saints all day. All day. But anything after the Saints, it's a toss-up. You know what I mean, with the Cowboys. They could come out and win out the rest of the damn season, and we won't even have a chance to make it to the playoffs. So who knows? But I still got hope, man. We ain't quitting over here. I wait too long for the fucking season. When the season is over and ain't nothing to watch, you got basketball and that shit in, and then you got that little break. The shit is garbage, man. That shit is garbage. So I'm not waiting on that shit this year. I'm going to get the rest of my goddamn fanurisms out at the end of this season, these last 6 weeks, regardless what the fuck we doing. Regardless how we looking out there, I'm going to enjoy this shit. Yeah, I bet y'all do think, man, till y'all go beat the damn Saints. Ain't nobody beating the Saints, buddy. Have you seen the Saints? You know, y'all get real excited, especially when you got people in your fan base that just quit on your team. And now y'all want to talk about fucking Amari Cooper and shit all the time. But what I seen out of Amari Cooper right there was him saving your team's ass. That's what I seen. As of right now, it's a great pickup. But the Redskins, he pretty much slipped through both of those long fucking touchdowns. He slipped through fucking Redskin defenders. Like they didn't even want to fucking tackle him. The nigga just took off. Them was supposed to be limited gains right there. But that is what he's capable of. He's a big receiver that turns into a running back when he gets the ball. And he's capable of breaking arm tackles, which the fuck are you doing, Redskins? Y'all been playing like you know, a solid defense all year long, even with all the missing elements on your offense and Crowder being out all year and your offensive line being banged up now, so forth and so on. Your defense has been, you know, the main stable with the Redskins and getting turnovers and creating turnovers and changing field position. Y'all ain't do none of that shit on Thanksgiving. You were garbage. Fucking arm tackling, fucking you did the shit twice and he broke out on your motherfucking ass and went to the end zone. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how your quarterback gets almost 300 yards passing. Garbage. He wouldn't have did that shit if it wasn't for Amari Cooper breaking off them damn tackles. Oh, excuse me, about to take a drug break. Just got home from work. So, yeah, I got a little bit more to talk about, man. Oh, yeah. Boy. So, like I said, looking at this situation, we 2-0 coming down this third quarter. Looking at the Philadelphia Eagles right now, you know what I'm saying? And I need the guys to dig deep out there, man. I need us to dig deep. I don't care how the game. I would like to start off fast and with confidence, you know what I'm saying, and come out there and just take the wind out of they, you know what I'm saying, sails early. That would be great. But if that doesn't happen, I want to see some fight. I want to see some fight like it's about to be shit. This is the last game of the season right here. No way that the Eagles come out and they dominate us on Sunday. You know, not with the way this team is playing, not with the way that everybody is, their mindset is right now, and continuing on from the last 2 wins that we got. You know, it's possible. Anything is possible as far as how this shit is looking. You know, we got the Skins basically in this third quarter. They done went 1-3 in this third quarter right here. They won against the Bucks, which I was absolutely irate and upset about. The Bucks should have won that game. They gave them all the opportunities. They lost to the Texans and they lost to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. The Redskins' next game is the Philadelphia Eagles. So, I mean, that's bittersweet right there. You know, somebody got to lose. Tell you the truth, after beating the Eagles this Sunday, I would like for the Eagles to beat the Washington Redskins and continue them on their slump. Continue them down on their slump, going downwards. Go ahead and get you a win, Eagles, against the Redskins. Because Colt McCoy is going to have, you know, he's going to have a lot of trouble going down this stretch. He's fighting. Colt McCoy is fighting, and he's the best option on their team right now as far as, you know, starting quarterback. I think he may be the only backup on the Redskins team playing quarterback right now, but he's not gonna be able to get the job done to lead the Redskins into the playoffs, man. He's not gonna be able to do it. You got the Cowboys right now who are 3-0 in this third quarter. Little greedy bastards. The motherfuckers always, I mean, that Amari Cooper trade did a lot. He's been showing up each game since he's gotten on the Cowboys. He showed up. Amari Cooper has showed up every game. And it looks like with the Cowboys, you know, bringing over Amari Cooper and him doing what he's doing, it looks like they're actually starting to fade away from Cole Beasley a little bit. Haven't heard a lot out of Cole Beasley or really nobody else on offense other than Cooper, Zeke, and goddamn Dak. So hopefully going forward, the Cowboys lose their identity. Cowboys lose their identity. They sit there and fucking instead of, and you know, that's crazy. When Landon Collins came out, when Landon Collins comes out and he says, "Oh, the way to beat the Dallas Cowboys is to stop Zeke," it was a problem. It was Dak Prescott coming out talking about challenge accepted. Fuck you mean challenge accepted? The fuck are you talking about challenge? Now all of a sudden the game plan every week is to stop Zeke. We already knew that any fucking ways. But if you don't stop Zeke and you let that nigga eat, you gonna have a very hard time stopping the Cowboys. Dak Prescott is still not gonna beat you with his arm, regardless. Nobody's breaking away from fucking arm tackles every fucking game and running down the field with nobody that can catch him every game. It's not gonna happen. So the Cowboys this third quarter of the season, yeah, they went 3-0. They didn't win 3-0, and they beat Philly, they beat Atlanta, and they beat the Skins on Thanksgiving. Don't forget about the fact that y'all got the Saints next. Y'all got the Saints next. Like I said, that game right there, I'm going to automatically give to the Saints just because of how they've been playing, and you guys are the Dallas Cowboys. But if you guys are able to run the ball against them, and their defense has been looking pretty damn nasty. I mean, I would expect for the Saints to go deep this year in the playoffs, if not to the Super Bowl and win that bitch. But I don't think y'all ain't got y'all defense is a beast, but I don't think y'all got enough for the Saints, man. That's damn sure gonna be America's game of the week. That's gonna be America's game of the week. That's gonna be must-see TV right there. So can't wait for that either. But we gotta handle our business to even be able to indulge in, you know, trolling and clowning Cowboy fans during that game next week. I mean, that game next week is a major game where we can sit there and have us some fun next week while we playing the Bears. While we playing the Bears and fucking the Cowboys, we know they go lose to the Saints. Y'all ain't no match. Garbage. Nobody care about that shit y'all did to the Redskins. Redskins banged up all over the place. But shit, Eagles garbage. Eagles is losing it, dog. You know, I said the humbleness from their fans, I don't expect for them to be too humble because you did just win a Super Bowl. You did just win a Super Bowl, and you know, you guys waited for so fucking long for that crappy ass fucking Super Bowl, and you won it with a backup quarterback, and you come back into this season not being realistic. You're not being realistic about everything. You know, guys act like you don't. It's not just about the players, you know what I'm saying, having a magical season and fucking making it to the Super Bowl and saying they're going to Disney World and all this other bullshit. You got to be able to stay healthy. You got to have a lot of things to happen for you throughout a season. Your depth has to step up. Guys have to finish games out. It's a lot of games every season that shows up in the loss column that are games where you lost by 2, lost by 3. And championship, you know what I'm saying, seasons, for the most part, those games are closed out. And you're on the winning side of those games right there. When you're doing all the right things and the team is starting from mini camp and training camp and all this other shit, and they're building up into something and getting closer and closer, getting used to playing with each other, you building something. You building something and you getting to a point to where you feel like you're unstoppable. That is building a Super Bowl team. Unless you're the New England Patriots. But that is building a Super Bowl team. You're not going to repeat off of what the fuck you did the prior year. You know what I'm saying? You guys are on your way to being the worst post-Super Bowl team in the history of the NFL. As long as the shield is out there, you guys are the worst Super Bowl team after a Super Bowl ever. Ever. Garbage. And you can blame it on injuries and all this other shit. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody care about y'all injuries. Boo-hoo. Everybody is injured this time of year. Eli gonna have to do something. If Eli comes out and he has a bad game against the Philadelphia Eagles, which adds to him having bad games this year against the NFC East opponents, Gettleman and them go continue to go to fucking college games on Saturday and continue to check these young quarterbacks out. It's not going down like that. It's not going down like that. There's only one or two things Eli can do to save his career as far as him even coming back for his last year. And then we ain't talking about no new contract. We talking about not being released after this year so that the team can save money because you got one more year left on your contract. And they're going to have to pay you a whole lot of money. And even if you do stay, you're going to have to take a pay cut. It doesn't matter if the Manning family doesn't believe in pay cuts. You're going to take a pay cut. But it's one or two things that can happen for Eli to stay. One is the obvious, which y'all know. Win the rest of your games. We miraculously get into the playoffs, and you went out and win a Super Bowl. Obviously, you do that. You make history in the regular season from a team going 1-7 and making it to the postseason and getting in there at 9-7 and running the table and getting to your third Lombardi, and it'll be so great. Yeah, that's what the fuck we would wish. Sounds good until that dream ends, but it sounds good. That's one thing. The other thing you can do is win the rest of these games, miraculously get to the playoffs once again, and have a pretty good little playoff run. Have a pretty good playoff run. I would call a good playoff run getting to the NFC Championship game. You can get to the NFC Championship game. That's a good run. If you lose that game, okay, but it would be a lot of things that would be brought up that I would, it wouldn't make sense for them just to let him go right after that, saying if he can make it to the NFC Championship game, the next step is the Super Bowl. So you don't let a quarterback go. And even he even has a case, even if he just makes it to the playoffs, even if we just make it to the playoffs, in some cases, that's a case. And I really don't know how I feel about it because I want Eli gone. I want Eli gone. The Eli fans, the people who support Eli the most, it's great. It's great. I don't want to be the fan that kicks Eli completely when he's down and make I got to always be boisterous and speak up whenever Eli plays real bad. But I also get on here and I speak about him when he plays good too. But I don't know how I feel about it because going forward, future-wise, there's a lot of things that I always say we limit our offense. Our offense is limited with the amount of things that we can do in our offense when Eli is back there. Everybody has to be on point. Everybody has to be exactly like we were the last two games. Execution-wise, perfect. You have to be perfect when Eli is out there, especially 37, 38-year-old Eli. You have to be that much more perfect. As an offensive lineman, you can't allow your man to make a move on you and have time to recover from that move. There is no recovery time. There's a lot of factors that factor into the point. Like I said, another one of them is how he's played in the NFC East. We got the fucking Philadelphia Eagles coming up. Gettleman, you better be sitting there in the goddamn stadium looking at your quarterback. Pay attention. Pay attention, because if Eli comes out and he looks like shit, you don't have to be 17 or 18 and throw for 231 yards. And all I'm saying is you can't come out and give up stupid mistakes with turnovers. I don't care if it was a tip pass. It can't be no confusion with this offense when we come out. We got to look very surgical when we come out there, militant when we come out there, know what we're doing, know where we're going, be confident with what you're doing, and do it. Do it the way we all envision it being done. Let's not sit here and waste this opportunity. This is an opportunity to make history. This is an opportunity to be a part of history. We don't want to be, I definitely don't want to be a part of losing to the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday and then maybe them going on a run and getting back to the playoffs and defending their title. Don't want to be a part of that story. I don't know about the guys in the locker room, but I don't. We got Eli another 2 years, Banter. I thought it was this year and next year. This year and next year, I believe, was Eli's last. That's the last year on his contract. I do believe, if I'm not wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I shouldn't be wrong. Eli's last season is next season. Period. But man, appreciate it though, Cowboys. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all doing what y'all did on Thanksgiving. But we still gonna need y'all to work y'all way down to us. We need a whole lot of help. Y'all control y'all destiny right now. Cowboys, And that's the scary thing too. Cowboys control their own destiny. So, you know, if anybody can help us out there, it's definitely next week against the Saints. If the Saints don't get the job done against the Cowboys, I don't even care if we win against the Eagles and the Bears next week. That shit go hurt my feelings. That shit go hurt my feelings. If the Cowboys beat the fucking Saints, I'm gonna be so fucking hurt, dog. I'm gonna be hurt. My soul gonna be hurt. I'll be like, how the fuck did that happen? No, I swear, everybody, if you're a Dallas Cowboy hater, which there are a lot, you're a Dallas Cowboy hater. Oh, your time to hate is next week. What is it? Thursday? They got the Thursday night spot too. Next Thursday night. If you're a Cowboys hater, bring your ass to the stage, goddamn it. You Cowboys hater, baby, because it's gonna be live out this motherfucker. It might be other people from other teams in the NFC East that go live when y'all playing Thursday night. They just go live, just talk shit. It's gonna be something to see. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be something to see. Oh boy, Saquon gonna have a big game, man. Saquon gonna have a big game. Now, who's still debating on whether Saquon was a good pickup? Like I said, I'd like to also speak about OBJ's leadership. Ain't a lot being said about OBJ's leadership. You know, OBJ got criticized for coming out and saying something about Eli, which we all thought was true, just in the fashion that he did it. It was classless. It was in OBJ's way of doing things. And we see that. We know that. But OBJ has, you know, as much credit as Eli's gonna get for having a good game last game, and how much credit you know, Betcher may get with getting turnovers on defense, how much credit Saquon has been getting with looking amazing. Evan Ingram has been performing and doing this thing out there. Sterling Young Shep is showing up. We got our playmakers actually getting the ball in their hands and seeing what they're doing with them. You know, it's still amazing to me that, you know, all that credit has been due, and shit, we still in this fucking thing. We still in this fucking thing. If the NFC East wasn't so garbage right now, there's no way we should even be in the conversation. We shouldn't be in the conversation. But OBJ's leadership has been amazing. The last 2 wins, nobody's really speaking about it. He's the one who came out and started this rally, you know, for these last 8 wins, by not allowing guys to, you know, guys look at Odell like, if he's not down, if he's speaking like this, and he's like, and it made no sense at that point in time. I mean, it was laughable. It is laughable when you 1-7 and somebody in the most popular person on your team comes out and he says, yeah, we're gonna win 8 straight, or we need to win 8 straight. I'm still not on the bus with the 8 straight. I'm still not on it. I had no reason to, logically, from how the team's been playing. What I'm on is handling the next game. You know, if it turns into 8 straight, great. But I don't know if that shows confidence, you know, extreme confidence, or if that's just delusionalness. I don't know. But 8 in a row is going to still be a feat. That's something. But hopefully in these next 3 weeks, certain things can happen, and it will create some wiggle room for Giants fans. It will create some wiggle room. It's not to say we can't make the playoffs if we go 8-8. It depends on what happens in these games going forward. And it's going to be straight scoreboard watching every Sunday. I'm rooting for all AFC teams playing NFC teams without a doubt going forward. And anybody that's in the way, whether it's the Vikings, the Packers right now with their record, and them steady just sliding. The Lions, even though they got their ass punished, I think the Lions are hurting just like us, but they do have 4 wins. So pretty much we're trying to get to where the Lions are at 4-7. It's jumbled up. Y'all know how it is this time of year. It's all bundled up, and you know, it's not a lot of clear teams out there that's just shining and running away with this thing. I think the game versus the Rams and the Kansas City game that we seen just recently was very important. I think that game was very important because, like I said, seeing how the Saints is set up, seeing how the schedule is set up. The schedule we know is, like I said, about to turn into the battle of the NFC East at the battle, at the end of the season, all of us playing each other again and go scrap and get it on. That Rams and Chiefs game was very important because the Rams are trying to keep up with the Saints pretty much. I think they both got the same record. The Rams, I believe, are what? Are they 10-1? Are they 10-1 and the Saints are 10-1? I think I might be right about that. They definitely gonna be trying to keep up with them or outdo them to try to get the number one seed. Just in case they see each other in the playoffs. So coming into the next coming weeks, that's very important. And when I look at the Eagles, I look at them playing the Giants. I look at them playing the Redskins after that. I look at them playing the Cowboys after that. Like I said, it's all that NFC East shit. 3 NFC East teams in a row. Giants, Skins, Cowboys. Right after they play the Cowboys, after they come out of this NFC East funk that the Eagles is about to go under, guess who they play after the Cowboys? Los Angeles Rams. Don't know if that's in Philly or in LA, but it really doesn't fucking matter. And that's what, 3 weeks from now. That's gonna be a game, and that's like week 15, I believe. So there's gonna be 2 weeks still left in the season. And at that time, if the Saints keep playing like they playing at that time, I believe the Rams are still gonna be sitting there and hoping to get that number 1 or 2 seed. It's still gonna be, so they're not gonna be sitting and benching players or anything like that just because they know they got a playoff spot wrapped up. So this thing is panning out to be kind of crazy, man. But we got to handle our business, and shit, I don't expect to be crowing the rest of this season from the way we've been talking. So let's get this victory lap on and do this thing the right way. Carson Wentz is gonna be a problem for us, but we can take care of him and get him off the field on third downs if the defense plays discipline and just stay gap ready. Stay gap ready and keep them in these little, these little bullshit third down situations to where they don't know if they really want to run it because it's kind of too long, but they go do some little trickery bullshit and try to go to fucking Nelson Aguilar over the middle or do some reverses. We need to hit them early in this game and get their crowd, to booing fucking Doug Peterson and all this other shit. The pressure is on their coaching staff and everybody. And they've done it to us plenty of times over the years. It would be good to see us do that shit back to them and get back to, winning in this division and smack the Eagles the fuck up out their Super Bowl chair. Smack them right the fuck up out their Super Bowl chair. Oh, man, I don't care what I look like, dude. Fuck you. I was never cute. And I never wanted to be cute on YouTube. That's for you. And your daughter you got on your little picture right there. I think that's your daughter. Ain't that your daughter? You said that's your daughter, ain't it? I'm ugly on Saturday, twice as ugly on Sunday. You can believe that. I just want to check in and see what the hell y'all was doing. Y'all checking out Bad Dog stream later? I know it's going to be plenty of people on them. That'd be the fun shit about the streams. Streams, when everybody show up, there'd be a lot of crazy shit going on in the chat. That's where I'm going to be at, baby. 10:30, I believe. What the fuck is going on tonight? What's on tonight? It ain't even 7 o'clock down here yet. Ain't shit to do, man. Ain't shit to do. Oh, man, so y'all gonna lose to the Saints. What you gonna say when y'all lose to the Saints, man? And we beat these Eagles and we beat the Bears with they pretending ass next week. The Bears pretending. They got a great defense. Great defense. But are they the 85 Bears? Nope. Are they the 2000 Ravens? Nope. We definitely could beat the next two teams. We could beat the next two teams. We come out and play disciplined football, and we continue to create turnovers. We got to have some magic happen, baby. We got to have some magic happen. All right, Banter. Take it easy, man. Appreciate you stopping through. We gotta have some magic happen. And I think it's about that time. It's about that time. Eli, come out there and play like we know you capable of playing. The offensive line give you that protection. You know, we're gonna be able to tell early. We go get Saquon going and help you out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Help you out a little bit. Get them off of you from just, you know, straight trying to bull rush and know you will be coming over the middle, trying to scan the field. You know, they got to worry about Saquon. Let's get him involved early and let that kid do what he do, man. He go come out there and put on a show for New York Giants fans and make Philly fans sick out there. Make Philly fans sick out there. Let's show them why we drafted him at number 2. Come out and win victory lap style and New York Giants victory lap style. I'm gonna sit here and talk my shit all week too, leading to the next game. So let's get to it, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. About to get back to. I think I'll probably go play me a game of Madden or something. Ain't shit to do. I wish it was Sunday. I'm waiting on it, but yeah, man. Everybody go be tuned in later on tonight at 10:30. Waiting on Bad Dog and Philly 500. Y'all make sure y'all check that out if y'all got time, and enjoy the games tomorrow. Enjoy the games tomorrow. Hopefully, as a New York Giants fan, I can hold my head high and enjoy this game tomorrow. And yeah, enjoy this Eagles Crow too, because there's gonna be plenty of it going around. So we go see, man. We go see. Shout out to Desert Eagle 90. Shout out, you know, all the Philly fans out there. Lord Brunson. Shout out to Philly 500, of course. You know, shout out to Eagle Speed, Nitro Freak, EDP 445, Eat That Gushy. Shit. Them the main vid makers up on this bitch. I know it's a whole bunch of them I'm forgetting though, but shout out to all the Eagles vid makers, man. It really wasn't no hate week like that. I mean, everybody's busy this time of year, so I understand how that is too. Everybody's busy trying to get this thing right for Christmas and, you know, enjoying Thanksgiving. So y'all going, you know, y'all pretty much go have to sit there and get your victory lap together. I mean, your crow together, though. Make sure you get your crow together. Didn't mean to say victory lap. Get your crow together, Eagles vid makers, and find time for that. Because I'm going to be waiting. I don't want to wait all the way to the next day or maybe too many, like fucking 10 o'clock or something like that. Somebody doing a hangout later on Sunday night or some bullshit, and y'all wait. I want to see that crow early, baby. I want to see it early. So I'm going to get up with y'all later, man. Y'all take it easy and be good. Go on.